Yeah, there's been a lot of this lately. I've been hearing like, so many stories about international students or people with visas or passports are getting revoked or they're getting detained or they're getting or wrongfully picked up by ICE. It's crazy. Well, you can thank Trump and the administration for that.
5 University of Washington international students and 4 recent graduates have had their visas canceled without notice or reason. UW officials learned the visas were revoked after the school ran a status check in the federal government's database. UW plans to provide those affected students access to legal services as well as mental health and academic support. Dozens of international students across the country have been stripped of their ability to stay in the United States in recent days.
A new ruling from the Supreme Court could slow down the White House's deportation efforts, I should say. The court said the deportations can continue under the Wartime Alien Enemies Act, but justices ruled that those being deported must be granted a court hearing. It was a split decision, a 5-4 ruling, and this order means that migrants will get a chance to challenge their deportation in a Texas court before they're flown out of the country. Notably, Trump-appointed Justice Amy Coney Barrett was among the dissenting votes. President Trump's decision to extend TikTok's deadline again could be illegal. The extension gives its parent company, ByteDance, another 75 days to sell off its U.S. assets. But Senator Mark Warner, the top Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee, says it undermines confidence that the divested app can be trusted. Trump says that there are 4 groups interested in taking over TikTok.
And Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. plans on telling the CDC to stop recommending fluoride be added to public drinking waters nationwide. The move comes as the Environmental Protection Agency reviews new scientific information on the possible health risk of fluoride in drinking water. According to the CDC, fluoride strengthens teeth and reduces cavities. In 1950, federal officials recommended adding fluoride to water to prevent tooth decay. Kennedy, who is a former environmental lawyer, called fluoride a, quote, dangerous neurotoxin.
The Port of Seattle filed an appeal against the city's newly passed SODO rezone bill. The bill allows for just under 1,000 apartments to be built on the edge of the Port of Seattle's property. Sponsors of the bill say the rezone would help address the city's housing crisis, with about half to be built below market rates. But the port says it would jeopardize its operations and thousands of jobs. They filed an appeal in King County Superior Court yesterday asking for a judge to block it. Meantime, the port is mailing letters to anyone impacted by a data breach last year. It caused an internet and web systems outage last August. Hackers accessed and downloaded some personal information like names, social security numbers, and other government identification from port systems. Because the port has little information about airport or